everyone. Dr. Brian Scott with you as we continue our series of teaching on insight to the end times. We are in 2 Timothy chapter 3, where Paul was writing the young pastor Timothy to warn him of what was coming. This was 2,000 years ago, obviously, and it's even more relevant and accurate today than it was then. But Paul said, "Know this, in the last days, perilous times will come." And then he goes on in the subsequent verses of chapter 3 to list 25 different symbols or signs of the last days. And we are currently in verse number 8. And we are going to look today at the 23rd sign that he shares with us. And here's how it goes. Verse 8. Now as Jannes and Jambres resisted Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds, reprobates concerning the faith. The 23rd point that we're looking at today is resisting the truth. The two names mentioned here, Jannes and Jambres, were two sorcerers living in Alexandria, Egypt, who resisted the work of Moses. And this word resist means they stood against him and they came against him, they opposed him. There are several references in the Old Testament to this, as well as in historical records. But when you resist someone or something, two things are occurring. Number one, there's the actual resistance, the opposition, but there's also the attitude that goes with it. And this attitude is someone who is so strongly opposed and so strongly resisting that they're going to do anything and everything possible to stand against what you're trying to accomplish. You may have had people in your life like this. They just seem to throw roadblock after roadblock into your activities as you try to establish yourself, as you try to establish a business, etc., etc. We see resistance at a global or a national scale more so than we've ever seen it before. In our country here of Canada, we are seeing extremely strong resistance by the environmentalists against oil and gas pipelines. And we've seen strong resistance against the pandemic and the protests associated with that. We see strong resistance against government policies that are being thrown out and passed. We even see the government resisting the people and pushing things into the agenda that the people don't want, haven't agreed to, or haven't voted for. So this resistance that we're seeing occur is an end time opposition that is taking on some very, very serious implications. It becomes violent. It becomes very aggressive. We have seen some of this recently in the year 2022 here in our country, where we had a protest against the pandemic and the mandates. And boy, I tell you, it turned into almost a war. Our government did things that the people were angry about, protesting about, and the lines were crossed, the laws were broken, and there's no accountability. So the bottom line here is when extremists get involved, resistance and opposition is going to intensify. And just as they resisted Moses, we're going to see resistance in the day in which we live, more so than we've ever seen it before. Got some more to finish up this verse tomorrow. I'll see you then.